After playing the new patch for a while now, I feel like I've got a pretty good idea of what to do in order to get wins. So today I'm going to be helping you guys. Do me a massive favour, let's smash 300 likes. If you're new to the channel and want to get better at this game, subscribe. We upload every day basically, helping you guys improve. I'm nearly at 100k. Any questions about this, comment down below. I'm here to help, and let's get into it. If you want the cheapest FC24 coins to get ahead of the competition, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 5% off. So as always, win, lose or draw, this video will be going live. I'm going to be giving you guys my thought process in FUT Champion. So everything I do, you're going to hear it out loud. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what you can be looking for in order to improve, things you may be getting wrong. You know, I'm a 20-0. Sometimes, I mean a lot of the time, but I do also bot all the 20-0, but we're a good level player, so I feel like I'm in a position where I can help you guys, you know, as much as possible. Like I say, we're going into actual FUT Champions. This is not playoffs, this is FUT Champs, and let's see what we can do. So we are going to be playing in the formation that I uploaded tactics for a couple of days ago, so if you want to see that, I do recommend checking it out. The 5-back is well and truly here on this current patch. So you're going to see I trigger offside traps from the start of the game when my opponent has kickoff. Just enables us to push up the pitch a little bit more. We're triggering runs with L1 here. We'll fake a player lock just to give us a couple of extra seconds. He actually didn't bite on it that time. But we're looking to recycle the ball back to the edge. Driven pass now. Wait for the space to open up. Fizz the ball into our midfielder. And that is a very typical goal that you're going to see a lot of on this patch. You know, working the ball out wide. Fizzing the ball back into the middle, you know, towards the edge of that box. And then you tend to have one of your midfielders making a run in that position. Very, very common. You can follow that same phase of play. That is going to help you. Here we take our time. We're being squeezed a little bit, so we'll make use of that fullback switch. This opponent has already had enough. Let's get into another game. Okay, so we're loading straight into another game. You guys saw from that, you know, very easy to create chances, you know, based on that last game. We cut open the opponent straight away, and what I like about this formation in particular, and it works for any formation, and it's what I try and tell people in coaching sessions, is, you know, you really can follow the same patterns, and it's going to make your life so much easier. Looks like we're getting a free win here. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so maybe this time we can get a game. FUT Champions is an absolute mess, man. Like, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. This is meant to be like the game mode, you know, for rewards and stuff, and you've got people just not bothered. But it shouldn't be the case. Like, people should want to be playing this mode, but it says a lot about the mode, right? But yeah, taking our time here, using that switch, waiting for our team to get into position. This guy, we're going to have to be careful. He's pressed very well in the middle there. We've got to track the run manually. We'll mix in the second man press here whilst tracking these runs in behind. Really, really good pick out from him. Keeper movement needed, and it does bail us out. Always want to be looking to use that keeper movement as your last resort if your defence does get breached. This opponent is looking a level above the other guys we've just faced. We step in there. Here, we'll use some R1 dribbling. Just take our time and look to recycle the play. One thing you guys need to be doing, because I see this so much, you know, when coaching and stuff, people are doing good defending and then they're punishing themselves. You know, they're losing the ball back straight away. It's the last thing you ever want to do. You know, a good bit of defending and then you just give the ball back. It cannot be happening. You become such a better all-round player when you eliminate these simple mistakes. So here, taking our time, obviously we've got a lot of switch options in this formation. Driven pass and then a quick first time into Rapinoe here, looking for a potential cutback. Good defending from our opponent. Manual press from us there. Do get unlucky, but we'll go in again. Triggering runs with L1. Just trying to get something going here. Look to swing the ball in. Hopefully we can win this header. We do, and we'll take our time once again. Driven pass, get a little bit lucky there, find Ronaldo, and it is a good block from the opponent. But the whole premise and idea, you know, of this formation is, like I said, we're getting the ball out wide, we're cutting the ball back into the middle, and it makes it very, very difficult for an opponent to deal with it. You can press very easily in this setup as well. You'll see me, you know, using those offside traps a lot, and especially in a 5 at the back, you're able to get away a lot more, you know, with dragging a defender out, which is something a lot of people do. And the offside traps as well, because just naturally, you know, you've got more defenders. But we use an L1 there. I'm triggering Ronaldo now with that L1 as well. We'll look to chip the ball into him. We'll go for an extra pass. I probably should have just shot there, trying to overcomplicate things a little bit, but it happens. Good defending from the opponent. Driven pass into the middle there. Just rushed it a little bit. Not the best bit of play from myself. Got to track the runners now, so we'll make sure that we're manually doing that. We will trigger another offside trap. It just congests the middle of the pitch a lot. You know, I get asked why I'm doing it, and that is the reason. You know, it's not to catch people offside as such. It's just to make the build-up, you know, a lot more difficult for the opponent. That is what it does super well. Using that second man press there, trying to manually press where possible as well. You want to give your opponent as, you know, make them as uncomfortable on the ball as absolutely possible. You know, I see so many people being super passive, and all that's doing is making life too easy, you know, for your opponent. You'll become a much better all-round player when you're applying pressure frequently. Here we're going to use the player lock just to drag him back on side. That is such a poor pass. Offside trap once again. We're going to right stick switch, step in and make the tackle there. We do get unlucky. Things happen. You know, this is FC 24 after all. You can do good defending and end up getting punished, as we did. Win the ball back. That is an example of what not to do. That was stupid from me. Goalkeeper movement doesn't work. Really terrible goal to give up. But nobody's perfect. These things happen, and this is where you have to keep your head and make sure that we don't make the same mistakes and we push on, because in the general play, we've definitely been the better player here. So more of the same of what we were doing going forward, and we should be good. I don't know why that's not locked onto Ronaldo, by the way. This is just one of them frustrating games which you are going to have in Foot Champs. It's unavoidable. So we'll take our time here. Driven pass into Ronaldo. L1 sprint boost. Finesse. Maybe this time. Beautiful finish. Good stuff. But you can see there, we're playing nice and direct. This guy's probably going to leave. Yes, he is. We're going to go into another game. And, yeah, I mean, this is rough. Okay, so we're going into our 4th game now. This is probably the most I've ever done on one of these videos. Absolute madness. Let's see what we can do here. This will probably be the final game of this video, and let's hope it's a decent one. So, I mean, you can just see already, based off the last 3 games, very, very comfortable in Foot Champions. We're doing the same style of play here. We'll take our time, wait for the team to get in shape, not giving anything too easily up. You want to be using these driven passes, the R1 pass in the middle. It will just cut your opponent's defence a lot easier than normal. We get the ball out wide, as we do. We're looking for potential cutbacks towards the edge of the box. We use the R1 dribbling, cut it all the way back, look for our driven pass now, shot cancel, and then we do find the back of the net. Offside trap from the kickoff. Get that squeeze going. Make sure our opponent does not have any easy options through the middle. Using the second man press where possible as well. You can see there, I like to use it in these wide positions whilst I manually mark something in the middle. So we win the ball back there. Triggering runs again with L1, which is so important. That is something you guys need to be doing. L1 sprint boost with Puskas. A little heavy touch there with the right stick. We'll go for a finesse. Does get blocked. But again, you know, offside trap as soon as he's got the ball after the goalkeeper has distributed it. You can see how high like our line is there. That is a perfect example of that offside trap in use. You see how he just has no space to work with. That is exactly what we're going for. It just eliminates their build-up in the middle, which is so important, because unless they're a high level player who's able to actually break the lines, people really struggle to deal with it. We've got to bring the keeper out here. Should be good. Unai Simon, oh my god, what are you doing, brother? That is criminal. Second man press does win us the ball back. And then again, Sending players on runs with L1. Got to be super careful in the middle. We'll recycle it out wide. Sending more players on runs with that L1. Driven passes. L1 sprint boost out wide. We've got a horrible animation there, but we will second man press. Try and win that ball back. He's probably going to try and go for some sort of down the line. We've got to watch the run of R9 here. He does run the ball out of play. From the throw-in, I'm trying to act nice and quick, sending our players once again on runs. We will switch the ball across. I've actually triggered my centre-back on a run here. We're going to try and hit a German cross flick-on. Yeah, we win the flick-on. R1 dribble in. Oh, that is so unlucky. But you can see there that German cross, the advanced one, very effective, man. If you can send up one of your centre-backs and cross the ball at the right time like I did there, you know, it creates serious, serious havoc for your opponent. But again, looking for the edge of the box, do win the ball back very well and aggressively there. We'll switch the ball once again. This opponent is really, really struggling, you know, to deal with our pressing and the directness of the attack. So again, we got to watch R9 here. So we are going to switch. It's a really good cross from him. We should be good. I'm holding jockey. No, it's R9 doing R9 things as you would expect. Very, very hard to deal with, but we've had complete control of the game. The thing about FC24 is you need to have the mindset, you know, even if you concede a goal or two, it doesn't necessarily mean you've done anything wrong. Like, it's probably never been easier to actually score goals in a game of FIFA. Like, the days of having a lockout defense that's unbreakable is just gone, because you can score goals from nothing these days. So do not worry about that at all. It is about outscoring your opponent, of course. And that is what we're going to look to do here. So we're taking our time. We'll take the throw into CR7. Use the whip that we have out wide from the 5 back. We'll play the ball inside. It's unlucky. Good defending from the opponent for sure. Driven pass. L1 sprint boost. I was looking for Ronaldo, but we didn't quite manage to squeeze that pass through. Offside traps again. Raise the line. Make it so the opponent has limited space. He's actually done really, really well there, using R1, you know, to dummy the ball. But we do recover well. We'll use that switch once again. We should win this header. We do. And we just have to, we've got to try and find a way of breaking this guy. We'll use the L1, you know, to send him on the run. That's a good track from the opponent. Marks that very well. And they seem to have stepped up a level here, so we're going to have to as well. Using that second man press, step in, make the tackle, beautiful stuff. Triggering Ronaldo on a run with our L1, sorry. And it's just not quite working right now, so I'm going to change up the pattern of my attack. We're going to try and go more wide again, rather than being too direct. So get the ball out wide here, triggering the run of my fullback. We'll find him with Modric. More L1 triggering here. You can see how it gets the players moving. Good press from the opponent. Take the throw in quickly, recycle the ball into the middle and look for those driven pass opportunities. Nothing on, so we will switch it out to our other fullback. Triggering more runs here. R1 dribbling. Find the edge of the box, into Ronaldo, and it is a good block from the opponent. As soon as I lose the ball, triggering those offside traps, you see how high Virgil was there. Really, really helps. Especially, like, even though it seems risky, it will actually stop counter-attacks as well. Because your line's just so high that they have nowhere to, you know, build up and make the most of a counter-attack in the middle of the pitch. Looking for a cutback here. We nearly found it as well. Looking for it again. Oh, it's so unlucky, man. That must be out by a millimetre. So unfortunate. Offside traps once more. And that is half time, so a more competitive half of FIFA for sure, and let's see what the second half brings. Okay, so straight away from our opponent's kickoff, we're going to be triggering some more offside traps. Going to try and hit this opponent, you know, very directly here. We have been mixing it up, but I don't know. The opponent's definitely stepped it up a level here, making it very difficult for us. So we're just going to have to try and see what we can do. Good through ball there. I've player locked onto CR7. That's unfortunate, because if I could have got that cross to him and won that knockdown, we would have been in a great position. The opponent is struggling in terms of actually, you know, getting through and breaking us down, but he's doing a really good job on that defensive end. So take our time here. We will switch it across once again with Van Dijk. Find our other fullback once more. And we're using a player lock here. Baited him in a little bit there. Really good recovery though. We're going to try and press aggressively. We've got to stay on R9 here and watch these runs out wide. Using that second man press once again will trigger Saliba to mark the run. Offside trap just on the edge of the box should make it a little bit harder for him. That's unlucky. Good build up from the opponent again. And this is a really decent opponent. So we've got to be super careful. We've done a good job of not allowing him, you know, too much space around our box. But when he's finding it, he's very dangerous. So you really do have to think about, you know, how your opponent's playing and what they're good at and try and limit that as much as possible. We've got to mark the run in behind here. Really good. Step in and make the tackle there with Blanc. And we're going to send Modric on a run. Nothing really on, so we will find the switch. Hopefully we can win the header. Yes, we do. Just about. Driven pass into Puskas. Going for some little 1-2s here. Beautiful. And that is a good tackle from the opponent there. Very good from him. Oh, he's given the ball away cheaply though, which you cannot do at this level. R1 dribbling. Nothing really on, so I've actually chose to recycle it. We'll go for a little step over here. Try to find the room for the shot. Take our time. Driven pass into Ronaldo. Little drag back. And this is a rigging. This is a rigging. However, you cannot let this stuff get to you. It's going to happen in FC 24. You have to keep pressing forward. We'll play that ball over the top. Probably going to go out for a goal kick. It is. And this guy is getting so lucky. But when you're dominating a game like this, what tends to happen is the person dominating gets frustrated. They then start tilting. And then they'll make mistakes. And then go on and lose. Whereas in reality, you need to do whatever you can here to make sure that you're doing and keep doing, you know, what you already are. Because we're dominating the game. And that is what matters. If we keep on playing like this, like we're going to find the winner, you know. So we'll go for the same again. Offside trap. The opponent is doing his best to not let us see too much of the ball. He can tell, you know, that when we're on it, we are causing him a lot of issues. We'll find the overlapping run. Recycle the ball back. That's a good press from the opponent, but he does give away the foul. We'll take it short. Look for the switch out wide now, which you always have on in this 5 at the back. One of the nice things about it. Trying to play nice and quick. L1 sprint boost with our fullback, and we're looking for those cutbacks once again. We do find a good position. R1 dribbling. Good defending once again. And yeah, I mean, we're recycling again, trying to find something here. This guy is really hard to break down, to be honest with you. He's doing a great job. See if we can find something here. Oh, it's a great ball. Puskas, beautiful. That is what we needed. A driven pass into the R1 sprint boost, and we do find the back of the net. Okay, so 15 minutes left, and we're just trying to make sure here that we don't give anything stupid away. You know, it's been a very tight game. We're against clearly a good opponent, and it's just about not making mistakes and game management at this point. I say that as we lose the ball, but you know, it can happen. We've got to try and make sure we recover from that. We do that very well, and we will look to hit on a counter attack here. I'm waiting till Ronaldo is just past the shoulder of the defender. Ball roll scoop here just to keep the ball. Driven pass now into Modric. And that is a crazy save. Crazy save. Again, it's frustrating, this particular match. However, you have to keep pushing on. Our opponent is manually sending players on runs. You have to keep on making sure that you're cutting those out at all times. Running down the line here, Ronaldo is in a bit of space. Good recovery from our opponent, pulling Virgil over. And there's only 5 minutes left now, so the next time we get the ball, it's just about not letting him see it again. You know, as ratty as that may seem. If you're playing to win on this game, you really do have to do, you know, what's available to you. So that is exactly what we're going to try and do now. It's about game management now. Not letting our opponents see the ball again. We make use of those switches. Taking our time here. Nothing really on, so we will go back to the goalkeeper. We'll try and win a header here with Van Dijk. We do win the header, but it's a good press from the opponent. Taking our time now. And that's a crazy tackle from Blanc. Love to see that. From this point now, you know, no excuse really. The opponent should not be touching the ball again. And he is not going to. So that is that, guys. You saw there a very competitive game. Hopefully you enjoyed and learnt something today. Any questions, comment down below. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. And peace.